Pick up another rig. Little dinker.
Yeah. There it is. Nope. Yep. Nope. And wrapped. Whatever. I give up.
Alright. Another little dink. Gonna be a whole day full of those little guys. Alright. Well, welcome back to another edition of Low IQ Fishing. Appreciate you tuning in and taking the time out of your day to watch this fishing trip. Hopefully I can catch some more. I'm just getting started. Hopefully they grow quite a bit, because a day full of those is fun, but I'm ready to start trying to get into a couple of bit better sized ones. But I'm out in the Lake of the Ozarks today. When I got here, it was socked in pretty good with fog, so I'm kind of just having to junk fish around in an area I'm not familiar with till the fog raises enough. I was going to make a pretty long run out of the ramp that I put into today, but anyways, just going to throw a square bill around and jig and try to put a few more crappie in the live well. It's that time of year. I try to capitalize and at least make a few trips and catch a few crappie. So just going to kind of do that. They're kind of like held off a little bit. The water's 66. They're in that 10-12 foot range, and then later afternoon, if the sun comes up, they'll push up to that like 3-4, and I can get at them a little bit easier. But so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do today. I'm on a solo trip. Couldn't get anybody to go today, so hopefully I can just find a few fish. I came out here yesterday and did pretty good. So, but if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing and hit the like button if you like it. And we love the comments, so oh, pretty good one just jumped back there. But yeah, we love reading the comments and interacting with people, and it's pretty cool. We like getting positive feedback and any even, constructive criticism. Hey, try this or do that, or you might consider, talking about the lure selection more or whatever, which incidentally, pretty much what I've been throwing for the last 3 days is a KVD 1.5, just black and chartreuse standard. I like the hard knock version. I can definitely feel that thing hitting a lot harder than the original version. I have one of each, and I've tied 2 on an alternator, and I was like, wow, this thing definitely has a lot more wiggle to it. But yeah, I'm gonna get to it and try to catch some. Like I said, I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you enjoy my day. Thanks. Good one. Alright, just figured out what I'm gonna do. Hurt these suckers. Alright. Literally just said this is the crappiest looking cove I've ever seen. And there you go, right there. Right there. There's another one. Boy, I'd like to find a little pocket of them super shallow, but I don't think they're quite in the 1 to 2 foot. And this is really shallow back in here, unfortunately. Really shallow. Dang it. God, if it was just 5 or 6 foot deep. Oh my God, it'd be unbelievable. They'd be just completely stacked in here. Mr. Crappie. I'm using the Strike King Mr. Crappie Tuxedo Black and Chartreuse. I like them. They cast like a little bullet. Fat little thing. And I always rig it where the hook, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the hook is away from the curl of the tail. Something like that. That way, it's less likely to get that big curly tail over the top of my hook every freaking cast. Just super annoying. Little largemouth. Up there, no water at all. That's the problem. I can't keep them off the hook. Can't catch a crappie to save my life.
Broke one off earlier, but I pursued it, man.
Are you seeing anything on that scope? Are they in here? Totally different day than yesterday. Totally different day than yesterday. I don't know where they pulled off to, but that first cabin cove, they're in that first cabin cove. You'll catch them off that scope. But I mean, I could see them underneath there, and I got a couple of bites. I got 2 good ones, but not there. I caught both those. The first cove to the right off the ramp, right inside that point there in 3 foot of water. Just pop right off the bat. But I'm gonna make a run for it.
I'm telling them we're gonna run across the new cabin cove.
Yeah.
Try both down. That guide boat was in the second one.
Yeah.
The one up. Not this one, but the next one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it that blue Camus?
That's the best one. I hadn't been up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's what I said. He was the one. He was in that one yesterday.
There was a guy in a blue Camus
Yeah.
that was just parked right on there swinging absolute giants right in front of me.
Yep.
I only caught 2 fish on square bill too. So maybe this front will kind of push through and it'll stabilize and change. Water temp's pretty decent. I got 66.5 in that first cove.
Yep.
But I'm gonna run all the way up that big cove with all them condos and hit them cuts right now.
Yeah, this here just ain't. That's 2 bass. That one I caught, that float back there, definitely was one. It was a good one.
Yeah. Where's Chuck over there?
Yeah, one of them 2 back there.
I never caught a crappie back there yesterday. I caught probably 16 right there.
That's what I told them. They powered right on through it.
That I fished the whole thing twice, and they're only in that right off that one little spot right there. Boy, there's a bunch of bass busting right where I'm pointing to over there.
Yeah, I just pulled up, pointed over to there, and then we come across. So I don't know.
They're gonna catch a crappie if they go right there, 100%. They ain't gonna pull off that deep. That's 15 foot of water.
Yep. They just rolled right on through it.
All right, man. Good luck to you. I'll meet up with you later to throw a limit in your live well.
I hope.
I don't know, man. It's a toughie. Yesterday was just, you couldn't do no wrong everywhere you stopped the boat.
If this will blow out, we'll help them out.
Decent little Kentucky. Alright. Not terrible. Been a little bit since I caught one. I don't think them fish love that rain very much. Man, they just shut off. I mean, right at daybreak with that fog, I just was kind of stuck at Larry Gale. I just ran across the way, and square bill bite's been strong last 2 days. I mean, caught them, and the fog lifted, it started to drizzle, done. What the heck? It's supposed to be April, you know, it rains a little bit, and they just, you know, they eat it up, man. Like, yeah. Yeah. No doubt. I've been like just alternating between bass fishing. Like I'll run that square bill or pitch a jig when I need to and stuff, but I've been crappie fishing primarily. And yesterday that sun came out. They went from 12 foot to 1 or 2 foot just like that right in front of me. I couldn't catch them at the bank. I was catching them at 12 foot, and I threw it by the bank and caught one, and again and again and again. And I don't know if we're gonna get that. Yeah, I know it. Yep. I came in here Tuesday And we had to have caught 10 or 15 just on a square bill right near. Bass. Yeah, we were just straight up bass fishing, not in crappie fish at all Tuesday. But we kept stumbling into them on that square bill, catch one here, one there, and I just kind of took a mental note. So yesterday I came right back to where we caught them on that square bill and tore them up real good. But it got so much better when the sun came out. It was just unbelievable.
Right.
Pretty sure that's number 8. How's that lens looking? Not bad. Not bad. All right. Number 8. Oh, here we go. Another good one. Boy, this little stretch of bank is really good right now. Freaking awesome. He's gonna cut the mustard. Too little. Yeah. Too close. Too close. I don't like it. Little, I ain't eating it now. I'm just nipping boy, they freaking started biting really light. Went from just choking it to just the slightest little, and I mean, you got 2 seconds, so kind of weird. Alright, it's number 15. Pretty cool. Hey, how's it going? Okay, I just blasted a limit immediately. It might have 2 limits on it. I just jerked 1 limit off of it. I've been just going to the back. I've been going to the back and keeping the boat about in the middle of this. And don't get too damn close to that bank, but when that breeze, that's it. From the tree to that bush, I just caught a limit. It like maybe 1 past that bush right there. Straight up stacked like boardwood right there. Nothing. I caught 1 little, like, it was almost not, it was a maybe keeper. It scared me, so I just, before I could make a bad decision, I'm just like, ah.
So weird how they're just...
Yeah, you got to cover a load of water, and then you just find a hole. So.
Dude, that's what I kept telling them. I said, just keep rolling out of bank. Eventually, there will be, you know.
Dude, I have some freaking hammers in here, dude. I mean, like that easily. 12. Yeah, real nice one. Black chartreuse. Yep. But I just been like getting in the middle and just spot locking and just make a billion casts. And after 5 or 10, 15 casts even, there'll be another one moving. And yeah, they're all right here. I can see them on my down imaging all in here, but I can't get them to bite when I throw to them. I gotta wait for them to move back up. So it's been 10 or 12 minutes, a few, yeah.
Mm-hmm. One might chase it out. They just fade back. They will not commit.
Dude, the bass fishing today is trash. Hey, it's gonna get, I better get a lot better about 2, 3 o'clock. Yesterday we only had like maybe a limit, like the limit after all day, and then over with, about 2. An old dude come rolling in here and he said every day the sun comes out, he kills them, and then just, he said 30 or 40 minutes and the sun comes out, it's over with. But on a cloudy day, he's been really struggling. He's been fishing every day. What you got there? Oh no. Smoke that thing off the side of the boat. Too many of them in the lake. Eat that sucker. He's 15, ain't he? Eat that son of a bitch. What's that one look like? Slab? Yeah, good one? Yeah, pretty good. I bet if you left this spot for like an hour and nobody tampered with it and you came back, dude, it'd be stacked again. Well, all right, then I'm gonna run into Little Niangua and bass fish.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you back down that way here for too long.
All right. Finally caught a largemouth. My gosh. Had to pick up a Ned rig. Here we go. That's wild, man. I'm gonna deliver some crappie to you. I'm gonna deliver a few crappie to you. You guys catching any? Yeah. I went to Windermere about an hour ago just to see if they moved up the Sunkabuck, and I caught 3 that were like 9, 9.5. I pitched them all back because I couldn't cull any out.
We didn't trade that old crappie 120 to 175 for that.
I sold it to a really good friend of mine that wanted to start. Yep, he wanted to get a hobby for him and his son to do, basically.
Yeah.
And we went fishing a couple of times, and he said, "Boy, I'd sure like to buy this boat." And I said, "Well, I'd like to sell it to you." So,
It worked out perfect.
yeah.
How you like this Metal Ranger?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It rides really good. Everybody that gets in it just is pretty impressed with the ride, you know.
Yeah.
It's the whole design.
Yeah.
And that's why Brian's it rides much smoother
Yep.
than the others. There's no comparison.
They're quite a bit lighter than those fiberglass.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
just economically,
Yeah.
just pulling it to the lake.
Yeah.
I mean, I fished 7 days straight.
Yeah.
This is my 7th day. I'm gonna take tomorrow off and go Sunday. And I mean, I'm burning on average $30 out of the truck to go to the lake.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cheap, 10, 15 bucks. I don't run. I just fish, you know.
I didn't notice what horsepower motor you running on.
That's a 115.
150.
Yep.
It's much lighter. Like Brian's runs it with 50 on it.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't want to put much less on it to get it pushed.
No way. Yeah, you'd be so underpowered.
It takes forever to get up on plane.
Yep. Yeah.
Right
I've been
now
in
it
'em.
just jumps up there on plane, but it also, if you run very far like it does in tournaments, it eats a lot of fuel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's pushing a lot of weight. Brian gets into that throttle pretty hard too. I just putts. I get on plane, which I can stay on plane at 27.
Yeah.
And I'll usually run, my economy is right around 35 where I'm 3/4 throttle, 45 wide open.
Yeah.
Man, I got some stompers in there.
Yeah. We've got one good one. I think it's about a 12.
Then Brian said, "We're doing a fish fry." I said, "Well, I'm sick and damn tired of cleaning these things, so how about you?"
Two guys that work for him with him, he
Yeah.
told me to have a fish fry this weekend.
Well,
As a bonus, he'd take him fishing today. So he had a fish fry. It was going to go yesterday, and I think it would have been a better day, but the way the forecast is showing, it was going to be really nasty yesterday, and at the last minute they backed it off.
I caught that. You want to eat a catfish?
Oh yeah, Brian's got one in
Does he?
his boat too.
I threw it in there because I thought,
He
well,
said I think he said it's about 3.5 or 4 pound flathead.
really?
Yep. Keep bumping. Oh, better put part of them in each one.
Yeah. You can put 14 in there.
So I better put 13. That way
Yeah.
it's not limited out if you want to fish a little more.
I got like 1.9 and like 1.9.5 or something in there that I tried to cull out, but Brian figured a little something out up there. He said they're bumping around. They'll catch 4 or 5 and then they'll run, and they'll come back and catch 4 or 5 because they're just slowly moving up, you know. I got really fortunate to just sit in one spot. It was about 30-yard stretch, and they're just stacked in there. I caught 5 and 5 casts, and I was like, okay. I thought to myself, I wonder if there's a limit laying there.
Catfish on a
Yeah.
crappie jig.
Yeah, I lost a walleye in Windermere. I thought they had to be 18 up here. This fish looked 15 or 16, so I didn't bat an eye at it.
Yeah.
And then later that evening, I thought, I'm going to see how big a walleye got to be. 15.
Yeah,
I'm like,
just
dang.
18 up here.
Yep.
Yeah, Mary, she got skinned hard, and we first started going up to Truman. She caught a 16 3/4 inch, 17 3/4 inch
Yeah.
walleye. And we measured it every way we could, and it just wasn't 18. You know, and
Yep.
she wanted to keep it anyway, and I said, no, we better throw that back. She said that'll cost $100 if
Yeah.
you get caught. So we threw it back, and a few months later, I was up there and people was cleaning fish there at the fish cleaner, and
Yeah.
they had these walleye. I said, are them 18 inches? They said, no, they're 16, 17. And I said, you kept them? They said, yeah, all they got to be is 15.
Oh, man.
And she was out there. We was cleaning some white bass. And Mary was out there, and she said, 15, huh?
Oh, man.
I said, well, I was just used to them being 18.
That's what it was on Stockton for years, and they switched to 15, then they went back to 18, and now it's just been 15. Yeah, so when I caught that little channel, they fight like a walleye. They roll around, thump their heads, so I got a hook in that one. Almost the same spot as the walleye I lost yesterday. I thought, okay, like, I'm going to take her easy, and then that old freaking whiskers come to the surface, and I'm like, oh, man, whatever. All right. And so concludes another edition of Low IQ Fishing, where essentially I think now I'm just come to terms with the fact that I'm a crappie fisherman and I love crappie fishing. I love the fact that it doesn't wear me out and feel the burn at the end of the day because I'm just using a 5-foot little buggy whip. I love the fact that I can easily catch them. I like the fact that there's a goal trying to catch your limit. There's many things that I love about crappie fishing, but alas, the spawn will start to significantly decrease in the next few weeks. The way that I want to catch them, which is like in a foot of water, because that's the most fun. And I will go back to Table Rock and start throwing the Cinco around, and hopefully they're pushed up a little bit better than they were. I think the last time I went out and actually tried that was about 6 days ago, so let's see, I think it's May 3rd. I figure one more week where I'm fishing, I'll be able to catch them pretty good. It just wasn't happening for me. There's a couple of guys that got some different YouTube channels, one in particular, and man, he's been putting out some footage of just catching some really nice fish on Cinco wacky rig. And in my area, just the Cape Fear area, Bridgeport, running down to Hideaway or Buttermilk Springs, that's usually my range right there. Maybe I'll stretch it to Ants. I just absolutely could not get that thing going. I mean, I've been trying so hard for, I don't know, weeks. So my buddy Brian turned me on to coming up here and catching some crappie, and some of the days this week were better than others, but today ended up being it was really cool how I ended up figuring it out. And I was starting to get a little nervous, and I just found a little stretch, and that's all it took in the spring when you're crappie fishing. One little stretch, couple of boat lengths, I'd just be stacking there. So I really hope that the bass on Table Rock start doing what I want them to do, get up into the bushes and catch them, because I don't want to miss out on that. I wish it would just stop blowing out flood after flood up there. But at any rate, if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, smashing the like button, or commenting. All those things really help us grow the channel a lot, and we really appreciate it. So until next time, I hope I see you on the water, and hope you catch a big one. See ya.